Oh, it's the hardest part of the ring. The hardest part of the ring. Sometimes you get trapped in a headlock and you're worried about smearing your lip gloss. You shoot her off and take a shoulder block. Do a leapfrog, give her a hip toss. On the hardest part of the ring. Hey, the hardest part of the ring. You got the guy in an abdominal stretch and you grab the rope for extra leverage. Then you get a concussion from the angry rush and you get paid in a diet soft beverage. It's the hardest part of the ring. The hardest part of the ring. Now double claps. Clap, 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 clap. The hardest part of the ring. The hardest part of the ring. Ba-da-ba-da. Whoa. Yay. Oh, what is going on, Bob Squad? Better late than never. Or as they say, my sperm donor better ejaculate than never. Okay, they don't say that. I don't go to one. I tried to work for one that didn't hire me. But that's okay. Only 1 in 6 billion people got the job anyway. Okie dokie. Moving on. Moving on. Tip the veal and try the waitress. What are we talking about, Bob Squad? We're talking about the who? No, wait, not yet, not yet, not yet. Gotta lube you up first. Okay. God damn it, Bob. Um, this Saturday morning, European time. There won't be a live chat for it. I don't want to do those anymore, and I'll explain why if I haven't already. Uh, let's say roughly 9 a.m. Irish time, 10 a.m. Dutch time this Saturday morning. What would the date be? The 19th, I think. The Sunbob Transformers movie, 41 minutes long. Yep, there goes my 22-minute movie. 41 minutes long. The second darkest hour. I think it's just there's. I think there's no the second darkest hour. Maybe we'll add a the. Who gives a shit? No, it's second on the title. Whatever. Yeah, second darkest hour. Not the worst thing to ever happen to the Autobots. Pretty bad. It's up there. It's complete. I finished it. This thing has ruined my life for 7 weeks. No, that's not true. It's just going to make everything the upcoming Joe ones and the inevitable second He-Man one. It's just going to make it that much easier. This was all new software. I had to individually find every sound effect and completely do it. The new software didn't come with a library of effects like the last one, so it was new music, which is good. I was getting sick of a lot of the old music, so that was important. To have just make the thing sound new and not sound Transformers GI Joe episodes or whatever. So it's done. I'm so glad this thing is done. So glad. I'm already thinking about what to do for the next GI Joe one. He-Man's gonna have to wait a bit. I want to wait till the new characters come around to do that. So hope you enjoy it. The reason I don't do a live chat, I think I did it once or twice for those things, is that, and forgive my my egomania here, but as fun as the live chats for those are, I probably put over 100 hours, maybe more, of work into this thing, and even if someone looks away for 2 seconds to type something, they missed like 2 hours of work right there. So I kind of have to be like, hey guys, I appreciate you watching this, and I can't control how you watch it at home, and I would never attempt to, but I'm gonna leave it for you to enjoy, and then hopefully rewatch, which is what I'm really hoping for, because I think it's rewatchable. So it's the same with Second Ground, the Motu Origins one. I think Sacred Ground, right? Yeah, I think it's rewatchable. I hope so. So I'm excited about that. That's what's going on. Probably no fun boxing this weekend. I mean, it's too much. And I have 4 comedy shows, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday night. So in lieu of fun boxing, you get a 41-minute Transformers episode. So I hope you enjoy that. Okie dokie. Moving on to the Hulu edition, not limited enough commercial interruption, of the February 14th, Monday. That's right, the Valentine's Day edition of Monday Night Raw. I don't know about the regular edition, but on the Hulu edition, I did not see any wacky Valentine skits, no Valentine's Day street fights or whatever, or the New Day put on funny costumes. I know they're on SmackDown. I guarantee you, if February 14th was on a Friday this year. Wait, do they have Valentine's Day in Europe? They must. I'm sure they do. You guys take all our bad ideas. Alright. I didn't say any of those, so let's move on. We opened the show with Hulk Hogan slamming Andre the Giant into long talking. Bobby Lashley, I like him. I think him in the last year and a half is like the best he's ever been. He fumbled his way through this second week in a row. Just stumbling and fumbling and stuttering and twiddling his thumbs and flapping his gums and whistling Dixie and waxing philosophical and shooting the shit and chewing the fat. Not in his arsenal for Bobby Lashley. But he got interrupted by everyone who's in the chamber of Seth Rollins, I think, and Seth talked for a long time. AJ Styles, who's a good guy again. We're never gonna know why. Matt Riddle is in a toga. That's right. Oh, he's Riddle. I'm sorry. He hasn't been Matt Riddle in a long time. And I think that's it. I don't know. Lesnar comes out last. He's in a cowboy hat. Oh, Austin Theory was one of them because Lesnar beats up Austin Theory and takes a selfie. Lesnar does. Brock Lesnar takes a selfie. I just uttered that sentence in a wrestling review of him after beating up Austin Theory. I want you to know that. The RK Broga Party is backstage. Everyone with nothing to do that day, including the Women's Tag Team Champions, are in togas, sort of. And I don't know why Zelina has a fake British accent. And Apollo and Commander Disease are also in togas, but I thought they were bad guys and hated everyone. But anything to put them on TV? I don't care. Randy Orton is watching with an Irish guy, and Orton doesn't look pleased about the toga party. AJ Styles wrestles Damian Priest, and one of them's the Priest is the U.S. champion, but AJ is in this main event elimination chamber coming up in WWE Blood Money this Saturday. I'm going to call it that. And AJ loses clean, gets rolled up. Okay, so whatever. This was interesting. They did a handshake afterwards. So I thought Priest was turning bad and being nasty, but he's okay when he wins. So AJ sticks out Damian Priest's hand, and instead of Priest doing the look around, ask the people, do I shake his hand, do I shake his hand, which pro wrestling is notorious for the world's longest handshakes. No business deal could really get done inside the squared circle. Priest shakes his hand right away. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, anticlimactic, yes, but refreshing. Just to get this on with. Alexa Bliss is still with the therapist. I think this is the last of the therapist sessions. Every week she looks slightly more like she used to. And the therapist is wearing the same thing because they hired him to come in for one day and film 9 of these stupid fucking things. The therapist gives Alexa Bliss the stuffing of her destroyed Lily doll, and then he gives her a new. I don't know. Later on, maybe it's this time. He gives her a new Lily doll with some other stuffing from the real Lily in it. It was convoluted. Like they almost did the same thing twice with different words. It was weird. And Alexa Bliss says she's fine. Okay, cool. What happens next? There's a contract signing. Can you believe that? Last Friday, I think it was, or they filmed it already. There was a contract signing between Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. And this was a contract signing between Lita and Adam Pearce. No, Lita and Becky Lynch. Adam Pearce is there, and he's got a suit and he's bald. And Becky comes out looking like a bum, and her jacket's around her elbows. I don't know how it doesn't fall off, and she looks sad. And she goes on this whole thing about she's grungy and she's sad and she doesn't want to destroy her hero and why won't she just let it go. And Becky, again, for like the 18th week in a row, was absolutely wonderful doing this. She was fun and gave the people someone to yell at and is not afraid to make a fool of herself. And why would she be? She knows she's winning anyway. Lita tries to convince us she's winning this. Bless her. Very sexually attractive still. Good old Lita. Alright. Good old. Don't call her old. This is interesting. I think this will be the story of the match, as these two women wear full bodysuits as they wrestle in Saudi Arabia and pretend it was historic. Uh, they mentioned Becky mentioned Lita's neck, and I think that's going to be the story of the match. Lita will surprise Becky by still having it. She still got it, and then Becky will target that neck, or something will go wrong, and that'll lead to Becky's finish, and she'll probably just hit her own finish, 1, 2, 3, and that'll be that. But so they're already selling the neck before they're selling the neck, which is good. It's good storytelling. Gives the people. I mean, the people in the audience aren't going to care. It's a bunch of princes in their outfits, or whatever, not watching and constantly walking back and forth, taking selfies of themselves and looking at themselves on a big screen. Well, all the kids who might care about this are all really far away. Yeah, these things make me sick. I am going to cover this show, but I'm not going to watch this show until long after it's aired on Sunday, like the day after. The reason being, these things could be 4 or 5 hours, and I want to make this thing 2.5. And the best way to make a 5-hour WWE show only maybe 2 hours is just to only watch the wrestling parts. So, so that's what it's got. I'll review it, but I'm going to review it late. I'm not worried about like I would do with the Rumble and some other pay per views. Or let me jump on it right away, and then I could get a couple of extra hits. Who cares? It's not worth watching it. Whatever. Okay. There's a gauntlet match. Oh, this is what everyone's talking about. Rhea Ripley. Okay, so the 5 women who are announced for the Elimination Chamber WWE Blood Money, and they're all going to be wearing bodysuits, by the way, as well. So the 6 of them that are in there, it's going to look like the Foot Clan just got out into a food fight. It's going to look really stupid. Rhea Ripley. So the idea is 2 women wrestle, one wins, and then another one of the 5 of them comes out, and they have a match. One will lose, and then one stays, and then another. So basically, it's almost like a mini Royal Rumble with just matches instead of going over the top rope. So really, the person who's the luckiest, drawing number 5, I guess, who comes in 5th, has no excuse not to win this thing. It's really, I mean, the Rumble's bad enough, but it's over the top, so it's not like you're losing an entire match. So it's a little more like, okay, I can see you going in 30 and still not winning the thing. But okay, anyway. But why wouldn't one of the last 5 people always win the thing? Lately they did. Okay. Yeah, Ronda was 28 and Brock was 30 this year, so that was okay. Yeah, what kind of cokehead booked that shit up? Uh, Rhea Ripley starts off wrestling Nikki ASH. Took way too long to beat her, and I wrote, ugh. These 2 women, what happened? The timing was off all over the place. There was fumbling and dropping Nikki at weird times, and they were staring at each other. They were just having a bad night. It wasn't good. And I think Rhea, again, like last week, should have just gone right through Nikki. And it's not that Nikki's bad. I think Nikki Cross was really good, but I think the gimmick changes the way she wrestles, and not for the better. Yeah, this was fumbling all over the place. This is a bad way to start a long night for Rhea. Liv Morgan, not really any better. I'm sorry to say it. Liv and Rhea, it wasn't like I hate the word botching, but this was just more of they just have no chemistry, and they're 2 baby faces, but different kinds of baby faces. It just wasn't working, and it didn't last long. Rhea beats Liv, so she beats Nikki 1, 2, 3 with her finish. Beats Liv 1, 2, 3 with her finish. And now Rhea's tired. She's selling. People are getting behind Rhea. Dewdrop comes out. And they had the most European match I've ever seen on Raw. Oh my God, the headbutts and the hitting and this, that, and the other thing. Every time Rhea punched Dewdrop in the stomach and he heard that belly slap sound, like it just sounded real. It was good. Um, the world's lowest pump handle slam, but she still hit it with Dewdrop nevertheless and pinned her 1, 2, 3. So Rhea, there's 6 women in this match. One of them we don't know who it is. Rhea just beat 3 of them, and Bianca's next. So Bianca and Rhea have a babyface match. And Bianca, who's as big as a star as Ripley, has to win this thing or else she looks like a boob. And she did win, and they had a good back and forth, and it was more offense with Bianca than Rhea, understandably, as it should have been in this situation. And Bianca beat her. It was a handshake and a hand raise, and it was. And then they announced the 6th. I think that's when they announced it. No, that was a little later. Okay. So we still have a mystery woman. So Bianca, because she won this gauntlet where she comes out and wrestles one match, where Rhea wrestled four for 45 minutes, whatever it was. Bianca gets to enter the chamber last. The most athletic, strength wise, and cardio wise person in the match is going to enter last and spend the least amount of time in there. Throwing that out there. No offense to Rhea, because it's neck and neck, but I'm just saying. I think the person who ends up being the mystery person she'll go last, and we'll find out in a second. We're back to the Broga party. I think the Alpha guy. I watched this 2 days ago. I'm sorry. The Alpha guys jumped. Uh, Matt Riddle. They beat up Riddle in a toga. Riddle was wearing underwear, thankfully, so we didn't see his penis and his testicles. And they beat him up. And then we cut back to Lily and the therapist. Okay, and that's where he gives her the doll to keep with her, but there was some Lily stuffing in it, he said. And she said, I know what I'll do. I'm announcing my entry, which, okay, what? Easy to get, like the Rumble, easy to get in. She's going to be the sixth woman in the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Her character and gimmick should just go last. Because it would look goofy if anyone, maybe Doudrop, but it would look goofy if anyone else went in last. But whatever. So Rhea's got to win this thing to do the Rhea Becky match at Mania. So Alexa just announced her surprise entry into a match she's not going to win. I'm hoping. I think the only option is put Alexa with Bianca. Alexa's kind of a babyface too, though. They know they don't care. Why should I care? I care more than they do. It seems. That's the thing. They're not. I don't really know, but I'm just talking about the more interesting characters that people respond to. Alexa and Bianca would be the default, I guess. I don't know what issue they possibly have, except Bianca being like, "Hey, you just weaseled your way in here, and somehow your nonsense distracted me and cost me to lose the thing, and now Rhea's going to wrestle Becky at WrestleMania instead of me. I think. I don't know. Let's move on to the main event. I think, because I stopped taking notes, so I hope this is the main event. I can't remember anything else that happened on the show, but I'm gonna make some salmon burgers too. It's gonna be good. Seth Rollins and Randy Orton have a great, like a perfect wrestling match. It was wonderful. They are selling. They are hitting everything smooth and clean. Uh, Seth had more of the offense. That's why I thought Seth was losing. I was incorrect. They made finishers matter. They made big bumps matter. Orton does the big superplex. Orton is the only person in pro wrestling that I can think of who can get away with doing the top rope suplex, not the middle rope, but the top rope, and getting it up there fast but safe enough where it doesn't look contrived that the guys are standing there for 3 days balancing each other. It's a step and a go, and God, he's got that perfect. I think he's the only one who I can excuse doing it, and everybody else just go from the second friggin' rope. It's way safer, and it's the same bump. God damn it. So yeah, or it is something else, or just two pros. Seth too, just two pros. Seth selling, he's being a cocky, he's being a pisser, and Orton is a. I don't remember if Orton hits the RKO or not, but he has Seth either beaten or about to be hit with the finish. I forget now. But either way, the Alpha drags Riddle out as they're trying, or the Alpha comes out with their music, of course. Somehow they're in charge of the music guy. They charge the ring like they're going to attack, but Riddle jumps the Alpha from behind. But there's two of them, so they're stomping Riddle. Orton gets out there to fight off. I think he hit Otis into the barricade or something. He steps in, crawls right into Seth Rollins' stomp. 1, 2, 3. Seth wins. Seth is happy. Seth's going to the chamber. He's got a big win over Randy Orton on his way into WWE Blood Money. And there we go. That was WWE Monday Night Raw, the Hulu edition. Sorry, I stopped taking notes, and I'm very, very hungry. I've done a lot of. I've edited so many laser straws. It's not normal, dude. I really hope you guys like it. I'm excited. I'm excited for you to see that. I'm a little beat up. but not as beat up as Randy Orton was when he got hit with the curb stomp as he was crawling over the ring apron, which is the hardest part of the ring. Hey, the hardest part of the ring. Ba da ba da